game. Go check this out.
I've enjoyed teaching this past year and a half, but it's time for me to ride out.
If you're looking for a winner, looking for attention, looking for supreme, looking for a queen, just roll with me. If you're looking for...
Ooh, all right. Let me take a thumbnail. My forehead is so shiny. It is what it is. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, please be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. But if you're OG, what it do? How are you? Boo, boo. All right, so today I'm gonna be giving y'all kind of a first year teacher talk, a review of my year, my journey to getting here, because I've had a lot of people ask me about how I became a teacher, and what's next for me, if I plan to continue or if I'm quitting teaching. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get started because I don't want this video to be too long. All right, so the first thing I will address is my journey to becoming a teacher. And I'm gonna go through it real fast because it's very simple. I went to college for 4 years. You need a 4-year degree to become a teacher. So I went straight to the University of Southern Mississippi, to the top. And I did 4 years there. I changed my major like 4 times. That's another story for another day. I graduated majoring in elementary education. Right, and I student taught in kindergarten. I was miserable every day in kindergarten. I ain't gonna even hold you up. I hated it. I cried almost every day. So I realized, you know, hey, my major's in elementary, but I don't want to be with these little kids no more. I'm gonna go to the biggest kids. I want to go to the highest grade level possible. And with teaching, you can teach any grade level. All you have to do is take the practices. Luckily for me, my program allowed me to teach K through, I don't know, y'all. I think I can teach K through 12, anything I would like. But I know that I can teach, well, okay, so ELA, I can teach any grade, K through 12, and then K through 6, I think I can science, social studies, math, which I never teach math, but yeah, that's pretty much it. You need a 4-year degree, and then you take your state assessment to make sure that you're certified to become a teacher. Our state assessment here is called the Praxis, and you have to pass that, and then you'll be certified as a teacher. You apply for jobs, and that's exactly what I did. Okay, how was my first year? Just to wrap it up, I would say that one word to describe my first year would have to be, I don't want to say nice, nasty, because I don't think that fits, but I would give it on a scale of 1 to 10, I would give my first year a 7.5. So yeah, technically this is my first year and a half because right before COVID happened, I graduated in December of 2019, right? So January of 2020, I got my first teaching job and I was in high school. I absolutely loved it. Like I was so drained and traumatized from student teaching kindergarten. I was like, oh, let me go to the 12th graders. You know what I'm saying? So I went to high school, taught there, and yeah, that was my first half year. So technically this is my first year and a half. I'm just gonna say first year because it feels like a first year to me. But it was pretty good. Some things that I have learned is just to go with the flow. You can't win them all, and that goes for students, parents, or whatever, you know. Just to stay in the moment and appreciate where you are in your journey and not compare yourself to others. So I guess this is gonna be kind of like some tips I have for you too, especially if you're a new teacher, or if you're gonna be a teacher, if you're starting student teaching, or if you're thinking about becoming a teacher. I would say don't compare yourself to others, especially teachers who have been teaching for years. It's your first year. Cut yourself some slack. I don't get stressed easily, knock on wood. I've just never been that type of person. I just pray, and I know that, you know, if God brought me to something, he'll bring me through something, and that I can do all things through Christ, right? So don't compare yourselves to other people. It may be hard, but not for me. I do me. So yeah. Also, don't be afraid to ask for help. Luckily with my school, they were very nice enough to give me a mentor. So I had a lady who I had to go kind of shadow my first year teaching. I went to her class about 3 times. And basically, you know, watch what she did and took some tips from her, and she helped me throughout the school year. All the teachers at my school really were very supportive. Anytime I needed anything, I could go ask anyone, literally anyone. So just find you a few good teacher friends that you can learn from and that can help you grow as an educator would be my suggestion. My next tip, which is one of my biggest tips, is take care of you first. And do not overwork yourself, because that's where teacher burnout come from. You know how you see teachers who quit after like the first 2 years of teaching? Yeah, no, I don't take any work home. Luckily, I'm on a block schedule, so we have 4 classes. We have 4 classes a day. Every single day we get one block off. So I only teach 3 classes a day. And so yeah, I have like an hour and a half, almost 2 hours every day to plan and grade. And I feel like if you can't get it done in 2 hours, then you need to, teaching might not be for you, because you need to work on time management. 2 hours a day, that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 hours a week. You shouldn't have to take nothing home. You know, that's just me though. You can't pour from an empty cup. So I always want to make sure that my glass is full when I'm coming to educate. I just won't do it. I keep my personal life and my private life separately. I'm only a teacher in Miss Greenwood, Monday through Friday, 7 to 3. That's it, none more, none less. After that, I'm LaShay all day. Okay, so I'm not, when I'm at home, I'm not no teacher. I don't do nothing, I live my life, right? I'm young, we might die tomorrow, and guess what? When you die, you're gonna be replaced. So keep that in mind. If you drop dead tomorrow, they're gonna replace you. They're gonna find another teacher to replace you tomorrow. Okay, so take care of you first, because ain't nobody got you like you got you. That's one of my biggest tips, and I always try to tell everybody. I see my friends up at 12 o'clock at night, 1 o'clock in the morning, doing lesson plans, grading paper, and I'm like, girl, wait, I would never. No. Before I burn myself out like that, I would find another career, for real. Because teachers are already underpaid and unappreciated, you know what I'm saying? So, and it is a job, I feel, of humility at the end of the day. So, you know, I just don't bite off more than you can chew. Pace yourself. You know, you can't do it all. Take care of yourself. Leave work at work. That's my biggest tip. I always tell anyone, leave work at work. If you gotta go in an hour, I mean, not an hour, about 30 minutes before school, or if you gotta stay later about 30 minutes after school, then you can do that. And I realize, and I know that not everyone has a planning period every day. Find you a school that has planning periods every day. You deserve that. Everybody deserves a mental break. When I was in kindergarten, I think that's one of the reasons I was so stressed and I hated it so much, is because we only had a break 1 day a week. 1 day a week, and it was only an hour and a half. Now I get that a day. Ain't God good? Somebody better lift your hands and tell them thank you. But yeah, find you a school, because everybody, you don't deserve to be worked like a slave. You know, you deserve your break. You're entitled to your break. Don't feel bad for your break. Take mental days if you need to. I take a lot of them. Whether it's just for me to, you know, go sip mimosas at brunch, or go get my nails or toes did, go get a massage, go on a little weekend trip, weekend getaway. Take care of you and live your life, because you could die tomorrow, and you just need to make sure that you're good, okay? So mental health is health at the end of the day. So take your sick days. Use all your days. Use all your days. You know, and if your principal, like I said, I'm very fortunate, but if your principal has problems with that, then you need to find another school. You need to find a school that suits you. Because just because someone else doesn't value it, you as a teacher, doesn't mean you need to undervalue yourself. Somebody keep calling me. And another thing, my last tip or advice is to just be yourself. Like, I'm real ratchet, real hood, some people may say. I'm just myself. My kids still gonna be top of the line. They still gonna get it done. They still gonna beat your kids at the end of the day, period. Mine versus yours, and I got money on mine. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, just be yourself. If you don't have to go in as a proper teacher. I remember when I was becoming a teacher, I didn't see any black educators on YouTube. Really. I saw maybe 1 or 2, but I didn't see anybody who acted like me, who had tattoos like me, who was a little ratchet and young like me, who loved living life like me, who wasn't scared to, you know, have a life outside of teaching like me. So if I can inspire you, and I know a lot of people told me I have, then I've done my job. You don't have to be like Sally Mae when you're a teacher. You don't, come on now. I'm not gonna preach on that. Like I said, just be yourself. If you loud and you, they gonna get the material. As long as your kids are getting the information and they're growing, and you know what I'm saying, socially and academically, nothing else matter. Man, cause you gotta be saying man to my kids, sit down, man. Louis, man, go on, sit down. And I think that's why people gravitate towards me on TikTok a lot, is because I'm genuinely myself all the time. I don't know any other way to be. Man, sit down. Louise, you better go on now. I ain't the one, I ain't the two. You better try Jesus, not me. Yeah, because I'm throwed off. See what I'm saying? I'm just always myself, unapologetically. And there's just that on there. I don't know what else to tell you. I wasn't made to fit in, I was made to stand out. So that's just my little tips and advice. But overall, my first year was really good. I had some really amazing kids. I had tough kids, but like I said, you can't win them all. And I learned to kind of pick my battles with certain kids and do what I can while I can. I can bring a horse to the water or lead the horse to water, but I can't make them drink. So just knowing that, you know what I'm saying, hey, you can drop out of school if you want to. I've never been the type of teacher to be like, you have to stay in school, you have to do this. No, if you want to drop out, then you do that. But before you leave, let me tell you what the odds are and how they're not in your favor. Before you walk out that door, let me tell you what life is going to be like, and let me show you, because you might not be like NBA Youngboy, you know what I'm saying, and have hit records and make millions. That's not realistic. It can happen for you. I'm not saying that it's never going to happen, because it very much can. But let's just look at the statistics, and let's just talk about how likely, the likelihood. Let's just talk about if that don't happen. You're going to be working at McDonald's for $7.25 an hour, 29 quarters an hour. You work 29 quarters. That's it. You know what I'm saying? So I do what I can with them, and then they can take it, they can leave it, they don't have to get it. As long as I'm doing my job, that's all I can say. And that's my tip to you. Some kids, you just got, I mean, they just won't. How you leaving?
We got practice. Got game tomorrow. Go check this out. I'm the coach you be talking about on TikTok too. Man, ooh, cold. Yeah, I'm her. Oh, okay. I don't leave early.
How you leaving early? He is so stupid, y'all. That's one of my coworkers. No, that's not Coach. Even though everybody seems to think that he is. But no, that's not. This is off topic, but just because he came in, I'm probably gonna leave that in the video. It's his last day with us. But me and Coach are gonna be doing a truth or drink. That's not Coach, y'all. Again, for the people who don't understand. Okay? He's just a coworker. Got it? Good. Okay. And my next thing and the last thing I'm going to address is, do I plan to teach forever and what's next? A lot of people ask me that all the time. And no, that's the answer. I do not plan to teach forever. I don't even plan to teach for, actually, I don't know if I should tell y'all, but I'll tell you. This year coming up, which will be 2021-2022, so this next school year will be my last year teaching. And I know that, and if you want to know what I'm doing next, then you just have to stay tuned on the YouTube channel. Just know that I serve a God who is able and who has showed up and showed out for me every single day. And it's time for me to ride out. You know what I'm saying? I've enjoyed teaching this past year and a half, but it's time for me to ride out. I got another year in me, and I'm gonna give it everything I got. And then after that, it's time for me to move on to the next stage of my life. I've always known that I was not gonna ever be a teacher for 30 years, which is our state. We have to teach for 30 years before we can retire. And that's just not me. I don't see myself ever working for someone for 30 years of my life, just to retire and make maybe $4,000 a month. No. And I'm just so grateful that God has opened a door for me that allows me to be able to leave my job if I wanted to. I can't even begin to say how grateful I am, because even if I could or tried, I wouldn't have all the words. I wouldn't even have I wouldn't have the words. But yeah, thank y'all so much for rocking out with me. I appreciate all y'all and all of your support from TikTok, on Instagram, on YouTube, or in real life. I support everybody who support me, and I appreciate y'all for, you know, loving me and Lewis. So yeah, this is my first year teaching, and it's a wrap. Like I said, I got one more year in me, and then I'm gonna go and do what I do full time. And like I said, make sure you follow me on Instagram and stay tuned for that if you want to know But yeah, y'all, it's been real and it's been fun, but it ain't been real fun. Like I told, I'm so happy to be done with this year. Even though I'm gonna be doing summer school, I'll only be teaching 8 o'clock to 12 o'clock. And I'll be doing that for about 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. So that's not gonna be bad. It's a hot girl summer, period. Hot teacher summer. I'm stepping. Y'all, make sure y'all follow me on Instagram so y'all can see everything. But as I always say, wait, if you have any questions you would like to ask me that I did not address in this video, leave them down below in the comments. I'd be happy to answer them or make another video or make a TikTok for you and answer all your questions. Thank y'all for rocking with me, man. Like this, I'm almost at 1 million. 1 million. Oh, also let me know in the comment section below what I should do. What should I do for my 1 million follower thing? Like when I hit 1 million, what should I do? I don't really know. I'm taking ideas. So yeah, as I always say, you could have been anywhere, but you chose to be here with me. And for that, I thank you. Always remember to take it easy and love yours. And I'll catch you in the next one.